Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with BlackICE. Okay, and to all of you who are watching on Steam or just from the Paradox After Action Reports thread, you are missing maybe a lot of other cool videos. I don't post all of the stuff to those forums, so you can check out my channel on YouTube. That's gamer_1745. Should get you right to my channel on YouTube. And of course, if you're on Steam or you want to get on Steam, you can give some of my videos the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Helps get better visibility, get more videos made. Thanks so much if you would. Okay, well, let's continue this. Another small arms deal has come up. Okay, Japan. Yeah, okay, we'll try this out. We are currently trying to do Anschluss. That's basically union in German. Okay, hull design. Which is... oh. Okay. $97. But what I want to do, I want to check these out. Okay. Not until 38 for these. I mean 39. Sorry. But we got a 39. We're currently producing those. We could be producing these, but I'm just right now trying for numbers, not quality. We'll get quality when we get to there, but we've got to get to there. So let's see. First, though, we're not going to start that until 39. Let's go back to subtypes. Let's see if we can get a better coastal submarine design. We'll convert our coastal submarine production to the better design. No, and we have enough political power to modify or add. Don't think we want to change any of these right now. Though we're building mostly military factories, though we're doing some vehicle trucks, so that's helpful. And he's the best sort of military tank factory production. Okay, we can't get to that. Well, it's mostly a... well, we have the world tension, so we're not anywhere near that. Obviously we can just fill this slot, but I'm just going over this to see if there's average tariffs, political power gain, national unity. Construction speeds are much better. So is factory output, so we're going to continue with that. Work police, state, national unity, and political powers being hurt. This would hurt it less. Efficiencies of partisans against us. Foreign, subversive. I don't think anybody's trying to convert our ideological drift, and we are overly. Germany did not in 1938 have 89% support for National Socialism. More than 50 most assuredly by this point, but not Not that much. Okay, We will have better national unity and better political power gain. So we're going to go to major restrictions. That's sort of where it's a tough call.
Ausrücken!
How are we doing in Spain? Still just sort of holding out against these guys. Got a level 6 fortification in there. Keep squishing horizon, whatever. Partisans. Okay. Oil plants. Now. We need to get to improved. Or we can start building rubber. Synthetic rubber, and we want to do that. That's a 39 tech, so we're going to wait till there. Let's improve munitions factories. Japanese army embraces Nanshinron. The armed forces of Japan have long acknowledged that Japan does not possess the natural resources, so yes, they're going to try to grab resources. Vehicle factory 5 reached, very good. And Pax Americana. Looking to the conflicts of other continents. Franklin Delano Roosevelt has announced new foreign policy program intended to keep peace at home. Roosevelt played a very difficult game. It wasn't as smooth domestically as people seem to think looking back at it. We're going to start building some heavy fighters. Moving these down just to make sure that oil is prioritized to our fighters over our shipping. Hoping to get this one done sooner rather than later. And we have, I want to build a couple more of these. Which will help speed up other build productions. How are we doing for oil? Okay, we're just slightly negative. We're going to lose some of our import, maybe. And want to expand and produce more. Fighters and such as okay, all swoosh. Okay. Basically, it was an unopposed military invasion, an election afterwards. Hitler was really afraid that the vote wouldn't go. Well, I don't know what they thought in detail of how the vote would go. I don't know how good their polling was in that time. But to say even to win and go, oh, we've got 55% supporting it, doesn't necessarily show so well. So this is why he sort of invades, preempts the voting, and then has voting under Nazi control, Nazi observation. So that's why he gets, you know, 90+% of the vote. And it wasn't a secret vote. So now, how many more factories? Ooh, boy, a bunch. Okay. This really kicks us into high gear now. And production abilities. So we want to use for everything non-naval. Start building. What else are we lacking in large numbers? One thing we're not producing is anti-aircraft guns in significant numbers. We're catching up slowly on the anti-tank. Handheld. Catching up on vehicle transports. So let's see what our anti-aircraft options look like. All the way down here. There we go. That will hopefully, once it gets ramped up, it's that effectively produced. We will boost anti-tank production. And we're better truck production. Catch up somewhat. Improve fighter or increase fighter production. There we go. I'm going to call that just enough to open up another option for oil importation. Do we have any straight Dutch? There's Dutch East Indies, but I don't think we have Dutch. Okay. Well, that'll be fine for now. We'll build up the Dutch East Indies and hopefully that'll mean more good stuff for the Japanese to capture. We're going to go right now with 1939. That'll be very, very good. Or 38, sorry. And I think all of those are reasonable for now. We got 6+ million men. And now we're going to add Rommel, which will help our armor division attack and defense. That's a big bonus. Okay. Following the return of Austria to the Reich, you call the Holy Roman Empire the Reich? Yeah, I guess it's the return. We now share a border with the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. The government of Regent Prince Paul has been fairly quiet about their stance on our proposed reordering of Europe. Perhaps we should remind them, that the time will come when they must make a choice. Put the question to them. Not exactly sure what this all means, but okay.
All right. All right. All right.
What does this division look like, template-wise? Okay.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Okay, munitions factory level 2 is reached. And SS Standard der Führer, which is Austria's SS unit.
Angetreten!
Stick that under. Basic submarine factories, we researched, good. Okay. SM submachine gun 38 to 40. Don't know why it has a combat improving effect. Can't imagine it for the life of me. The only thing that, the only practical difference between a MP38 and an MP40 is the MP40 is cheaper to make. I don't even know if it's lighter. Okay. I mean, now cheaper to make is a good thing, because some submachine guns are really cheap to make, some are really expensive. Just depends on how you do that. But this looks like a much bigger bonus than just so from 5 to 8% on most of these units. So okay. That's just 3, 5 to 8. Well, about the same, I guess, but we'll get that going. That's why we have the small arms, to reduce those research times. And we now have factories available. Okay. We'll get that going. And ammunition factories level 3 reached. Very good. Okay, the 1938 FIFA World Cup. Now this is something I've heard of, but as an American I have no understanding of its importance. I understand what football / soccer is. People run around kicking a little ball around the field, but why it's important, now I understand why people play it, because all you need is a ball and a flat place. You don't have to have expensive equipment to play it, so it's popular around the world. But to play it, why it's all-consuming, I don't get it. 18 consecutive matches. Okay, somebody can read that more. We're still on defense level 6 here.
Ihre Befehle!
Okay, we're producing a lot of units now. I stepped up unit production a little bit. Okay, artillery deal with Hungary. Okay. And an artillery deal with Japan. Well, okay. Small arms deal with Japan. Okay. And basic chip factories. That's good. The only thing left we have here is uniform factories, so we'll go with that. Might as well get your fundamentals done sooner rather than later. Okay, because something like your tactical improvements, you know, your doctrines, they're good and useful, but since we're not, other than 2 divisions down in Spain, actively using them, it's better to get your production, because we're producing aircraft that can be used, though obviously they're maybe older models will get shot down sooner, but still can be used later on. We don't need to. Okay, well, let's see, we're no longer building that one ship, the Scharnhorst class ship. Let's go with now this is the SS1. This looks like it's, I guess it's, I don't know exactly why. I mean, I can see some of the stats work better here, but why it's not on top I don't understand. But okay, we're gonna go with that. Produce that. Let's see if we go. Let's go to 4. There we go. And increase Leipzig production and increase destroyer production. Leipzig class cruiser. So that will help that building up. Okay, now we can cancel one of the trades for oil. These don't need as much, so let's cancel this. Zero it out. And now we have another way to cancel. Okay, dive bombing. We're going to move that over to this. Because currently we're not dive bombing anybody. Though of course, no doubts that we want to improve it, and the sooner the better, but I'd rather get some of these other factories. The Beck question. Due to our aggressive foreign policy and rearmament programs, General Ludwig Beck, sorry about that, is speaking out against the Fuhrer's plans. Such a high-ranking military leader is a powerful voice in opposition to us. Do we dare allow this man to impede Germany's ascension? Okay, he must be removed. Remove Ludwig Beck. Okay, well, I think here we are here. And you're finished. Okay, we'll look at you in a moment. Divisional organization +8. Divisional speed +10 under Brauhitsch. I think they were moving him as Chief of Army and not. Remove him entirely from the military, because I do believe he was around for commanding some units for later in the war. Would be pretty soon back to that. Well, Brauhitsch would be an alright. That must be AI controlled. Hadler fired, not Hadler fired. Okay, we'll go with that. And for research, this would increase by 5% consumer good factories needed. Though then of course we've already got that, which division training time is down, attrition and recruitable population would be up. Trade-offs here, infrastructure speed would be down, but the only ones we need to increase or could increase would be airbase construction speed, dockyard output, which would be useful. So that's on the consideration. These are also considerations, but I do think I have other higher priorities. But we'll check it and see here. 150mm infantry gun. Motorize the cavalry. I don't know if we need to produce newer versions, but that would be nice. Panzer IVs. Yeah, we'll go with getting Defensive Force. Put some in production. France and Britain has gone into an alliance. Okay, we're going to take this opportunity to end this episode. I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. I really do appreciate that. On Steam, on YouTube, wherever. And of course, please post comments, questions, suggestions, ideas. I try to get back to everybody. I really do appreciate that. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.